On CBS 12 News this morning, a former FSU football player and West Palm Beach high school star set to face a judge in a matter of hours on murder charges. We're breaking down how all this unfolded.
Attention parents, there's a new bill that would let you hold your child back, what you need to know, and what grades could be affected.
And another dry start out there for us this morning, but we've got changes that are moving in for the weekend. I'll time them out for you.
It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
Hey there, happy Friday Eve, everybody. I'm Matt Lincoln.
I'm Ashley Glass. I like the sound of Friday Eve. Let's go to Lauren and check on that forecast.
That's right, Friday Eve. We're almost there. We'll get a live look outside right now at PGA National. Another calm start to the day. Another nice day out there for us. Checking in now at the airport. Skies clear. No issues for us again. Storm track radar also nice and dry. This will not be dry, though, by the second half of the weekend, and we're going to talk about that throughout the morning. We're down to 69 degrees in West Palm Beach. We're still at 70, though, in Delray and Boca. A little bit more of a southerly component to our wind this morning, so that's allowing some of us to stay a little bit warmer. But we're still in the 40s in Indiantown right now. And here is your hour-by-hour Indiantown for the next few hours. Temperatures are going to stay nice and cool. You'll head to the probably upper 50s by around 8 a.m. And then from there, your temperatures do continue increasing outside. You're going to head to about 78 degrees. These are just updating for us right now. You're going to be closer to about 81. Once you get to around noontime or so for us today. So a nice one out there. The humidity for everybody is still very low. So even though it's a little bit warmer, we are still going to be very comfortable across the area. Mostly sunny skies out there today. A nice warm finish for us. Again, that high right around the low to mid 80s for the afternoon. We're going to take a closer look at those changes that we have in store for the weekend in my next update.
All right, Lauren, thanks. Taking a look right now on our roads. West Palm Beach traffic is up to speed. In fact, we're not reporting any issues right now in Palm Beach County or the Treasure Coast. On just a few hours, former FSU and NFL football player Travis Rudolph will make his first court appearance.
Deputies say he shot at 4 people in Lake Park, killing one of them.
Yeah, let's get over to Terry at the live desk with what we know at this hour. Terry?
Yeah, one person is dead, another in the hospital as we wake up this morning. The local football star who graduated from Cardinal Newman High School is now accused of murder. The shooting happened near Rudolph's mother's home in a neighborhood in Lake Park. You're looking at that neighborhood here. Appears quiet. Deputies with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office say the 25-year-old shot at those 4 people after some sort of argument. This morning, it is unclear what that argument was about, and investigators are not releasing the name of the man who was killed. But what is clear, Rudolph is behind bars, charged with murder and attempted murder with a firearm. Coming up in our next half hour, we're going to hear from one of his former football coaches. Many in the community surprised to hear what Rudolph is accused of. He was well known here in Palm Beach County. For more on that, let's send it back to Matt.
Yeah, Terry Rudolph was a star in the making, one of the most talented football players in the state, a good student, a leader on his team and in the classrooms at Cardinal Newman. We honored him as a CBS 12 Athlete of the Week, and I interviewed him back then 8 years ago. Listen.
I definitely see myself as being a great player, but, I'm not to where I want to be. My mom always tells me, got this gift right now, but it can be easily taken away from you. So that's why I stay humble.
Yeah, Rudolph's star kept rising after that. Just ask any Florida State fan. They remember how good he was catching passes from Jameis Winston. After he left Tallahassee, that's when adversity hit. His father was killed in a shooting the week of the NFL draft, and then he didn't find success in the pros. For the past year, in fact, Rudolph was a member of the Wpec Blue Bombers of the Canadian Football League. They tweeted yesterday they have been made aware of his arrest, and he has been released. He never did play a game for the Blue Bombers. Yet what he did off the field is what he may be most known for. While Rudolph was at FSU, the team visited a middle school. Rudolph sat down with an autistic boy who was eating lunch by himself. The boy's mom posted about it and how much it mattered to her, and the boy later was Rudolph's guest at an FSU football game. The story went viral. He was highlighted in Sports Illustrated on national morning shows, and just 5 years later now, Rudolph faces multiple murder charges.
Unbelievable. 5:02 right now. Happening today, another option to fight off COVID. The Palm Beach Health District continues to schedule Moderna and Pfizer first dose vaccine appointments. The portal will open in a couple hours at 8 this morning. The appointments will be for tomorrow through Saturday, April 17th, to actually get the dose. Take a look at your screen. Vaccinations will be at all 3 mass vaccination sites in the county. That's the South Florida Fairgrounds in West Palm Beach, Burns Road Community Center in Palm Beach Gardens, and the South County Civic Center in Delray Beach. Meantime, Riviera Beach is having a vaccine pop-up today through Saturday. It's at the Wells Recreation Center. you do have to have an appointment, and you could book one by calling the number on your screen. We posted all of this information on CBS12.com. And coming up in 15 minutes, Sam will join us from the COVID alert desk to explain these so-called breakthrough COVID cases in Palm Beach County where people who are fully vaccinated still get sick from COVID.
Important to hear that. But first, an eye on education, giving parents even more control when it comes to their child.
So this proposed bill could let parents decide whether to hold their child back a grade this year. Madeline Montgomery spoke to the Boca Raton senator who co-authored this bill. She joins us live, Maddie. How would this all work?
Most districts in our area, as we know, started out virtually, and Senator Lori Berman thinks that might have set some students back, and so she's trying to help them so that they don't keep struggling throughout their school career. Nationwide in 2020, schools saw dips in grades as students had to learn online. Senator Berman feels like kids should have the chance to make up for what they may have missed on the computer. Her bill, SB 200, would allow parents of elementary schoolers to selectively hold their kids back a grade so that they don't get behind further in the school year. Many districts will have summer school to make up for virtual learning struggles, so Senator Berman sees holding kids back as a last resort.
For those students who just can't get up to promotion level, this is a last-ditch effort for them, a last resort, and I hope that they will be able to take advantage and benefit academically.
If passed, the law would only apply to this school year. Senator Berman says the bill has been received well by fellow lawmakers and should pass this legislative session. And it's not that Berman thinks that a tsunami of parents are going to want to take advantage of this, but she wants to help any kids who do need this opportunity. For now, live in Palm Beach County, Madeline Montgomery, CBS 12 News.
And a new state bill pushing for public school teachers to require all students kindergarten through 12th grade to set aside 1 to 2 minutes each morning to sit in silence. Coming up in about 30 minutes, our Kara Duffy live from West Palm Beach to break down that bill.
We have new details this morning surrounding the cleanup effort at Piney Point in the Tampa Bay area. State Senate plans to use $200 million of federal stimulus money to address the threat caused by the old phosphate processing plant in Manatee County. Another $3 million would cut them out of the state's budget. The money would be used to safely dispose of wastewater and clean up the site. About 30 million gallons of contaminated water has been pumped each day from a retention pond into Tampa Bay after the potentially toxic leak was found. The state Senate also passed a bill to address inland and coastal flooding and sea level rises here in Florida. The Resilient Florida Grant Program would provide funding to local governments for the cost of planning of projects. It also requires the Department of Environmental Protection to determine the risks of inland and coastal communities.
Well, hurricane season is less than 2 months away, and this year the town of Palm Beach plans to not make physical ID cards this year. So that's important because these cards make it easier for employees and residents to have access once the island begins to reopen following the storm. So people who need to update or replace an expired ID card must submit an application to the Palm Beach Police Department. We have a link where you can find those forms at CBS12.com.
And still ahead, fully vaccinated yet still catching COVID. How does this happen? In 3 minutes, doctors explain these so-called breakthrough cases.
Not a bad start out there. Clear conditions, comfortable temperatures, dry skies, but that's going to change for the second half of the weekend. I'm tracking our next weather maker next.